We are going to start this show very soon. It's Friday, July 3rd. Let's start soon. By the way, get ready. We're going to ask you what city you're from, where are you going to be spending your 4th of July if you're in the U.S., or where are you at around the world. Get ready. We're about to start this Art Life Live soon. All right, we're starting soon. Just let me know in the comments, where are you tuning in from? Let's get this started. Right, shout out Slime Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting started soon. We're starting soon. Deanna Meyerson, hello to you. Slime Queen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you're on Twitch. Welcome. Welcome to Art Life Live. My name is David Garibaldi. I've got a summer vibe theme for you today. Let's paint.
My name is David Garibaldi and I paint live. As I paint, let's talk about Art Life Live starts now.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is David Garibaldi. This is Art Life Live. We took some time off, so I appreciate you all joining us. Thank you for coming. Right now we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and then over here we've got Instagram and TikTok. So let's welcome everybody. Let's do this. Since, it's been a week, it feels like forever. Let's get back on track. Let me know, where are you tuning in from so I can shout you out. Right now on Twitch, I see Slime Queens from South Wales, UK. Welcome. Anna Myers from SAC. I heard Portugal earlier. Where else are you guys tuning in from? So we've got England, Croatia, Denver. Where else? Belgium. I see Sydney Culp on Facebook in SAC. Welcome. We're going to start this painting soon, but I want to know, where are you tuning in from? All right. I see Maria in El Dorado Hills. Jill Boyer in New Jersey. Angela Lyons, my new collector in Sacramento. We've got Tommy Wiley in Louisiana. Welcome. Palo Alto, San Jose, Croatia tuning in, Texas. By the way, it's 4th of July weekend here in the US, and did you guys see this drop this morning? So this is the new Liberty Color print. I'm gonna show it to you guys over here. It's the new Liberty Color print, and it's available for only 24 hours, and then it'll be gone forever. So We're also offering this in 3 sizes, so the 11 by 14, 16 by 20, and 24 by 36. And you know, it's inspired. I did this actually on the live with all of you. And as this weekend was approaching, I knew I wanted to release it. And I just, you know, I wanted to represent this message that I shared on my Instagram post. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me at Garibaldi Arts. It was just this thought that we live in the same country, but a different America. And it's made up of so many different stories and color and life and dreams, and also, you know, tragedy as well. And so I wanted to try to capture that all. Angela Lyons said she ordered hers. If you ordered the Liberty color already, just comment so I can shout you out. And also thank you as well. Happy July to Cesario Olivas. Welcome. All right, we're about to start soon. And where else are they tuning in from? What are they saying over there?
Canada.
So Canada's Chile. It's all right. And by the way, the other reason why the Statue of Liberty is still so important to me, and I wouldn't consider myself a super patriotic person. I love this country. I love what it provides for me and my family and so many others. But I love that Statue of Liberty, we forget this, that it welcomed immigrants into our country many years ago, and it still represents that, you know, we take on, you know, everyone's dreams and aspirations, and that what this land provides is amazing. So that's also part of the inspiration. But I'm ready to paint. Are you guys ready for a painting today? The theme is not actually about 4th of July. It's not about, but it is about a summer vibe. You'll hear, if you're on the live stream everywhere but TikTok and Instagram, you'll hear the music. It's like a reggae theme today. So if you want to hear the music, head over to the link in my bio and just hit live stream. You guys ready? I'm ready to paint. All right, and also I have a special guest in the studio that I'm going to introduce you guys to, but let's paint. Let's join us over here. Let's go. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back. We've got also, I want to introduce you to the new paint carts in my studio. You guys have been telling me for so long, you're like, David, you got to put your paint up higher. And I'm like, nah, I like, you know, bending over. And not that I do. I like dropping like it's hot, you know? I like dropping like it's hot. Anyways, these are functional because it actually helps us stay clean and organized in here. But also big shout out to Nelly.Wood. Mark Nelson created these for me. We'll share more about that later, but I'm ready to create. So let's get started. All right. So my paint's a little out of order today. So I may be like jumping all over the place, but we've got this reggae vibe. It is definitely a reggae vibe though. Some secrets, I'm gonna share some secrets about what helps me paint faster than normal on these black canvases. Part of it is how we break down the portrait. So I'm gonna try to explain that as I'm painting, why I paint with these particular techniques. And also, I'm gonna use a lot less skin tone and a lot more, you know, breaking up the face structure with some other colors. But hopefully it all comes together. I've never done this one, so we'll see how it goes. As always, let me know your questions below in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. I'm just kind of marking off the proportion of the face. And also continue to let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, so someone just asked, what time is it here? It is, I have a new clock here, 5:02 p.m. What time is it? 5:02 p.m. Yes. Sorry, I've never had a clock this close to my painting areas, which is why I'm late quite a bit, but not anymore. We're not gonna be late anymore. And so someone just asked, how can I get my work? You can visit garibaldiarts.com/gallery to get info about original paintings. Otherwise, you can visit garibaldiarts.com/shop, which is where we released the new print today. It's only available for 24 hours. It's called Liberty Color. Oh, awesome. What did they do? What were they doing on AGT with me? So Sebastian said he was on America's Got Talent season 7 with me. And what were you doing? I want to know. So those of you that don't know, I'll get you up to speed. I was a finalist on America's Got Talent season 7, and I lost to the dogs. It's okay. I don't harbor any hard feelings anymore. It's all good. I got love for the dogs. Well, happy birthday, Princess Katarina in Croatia. Welcome. Also, if you hear my kids in the background fighting, just tell them to be quiet. How about that? You guys can help me out. You guys can help me parent today. No, they're here in the studio. We're making it all happen. Oh, yes. Yes, so he was a mariachi singer. Great to hear from you. Welcome. All right, so we're just applying some of the base layer right now. So I was gonna share a secret about what helps me make these paintings go a lot faster on stage. And the biggest, not really a secret, but the biggest help is using the black canvas and leaving that color behind. So essentially you could end up actually painting half the image in a short amount of time and utilizing that black canvas behind. What did Sebastian say? I did. Oh my God. So funny story. So Sebastian had this like amazing mariachi custom jacket, and he had a dress rehearsal. And I walked by, I was like, "Hey man, high five!" Boom. And for some reason, I brushed up some black paint against this white, beautiful white jacket. And I found out later that I got paint on it. Sebastian, I'm so sorry. I got paint on it, but his parents, they had it clean like that night. It was flawless. I was mortified. I felt so bad. I still feel bad. I'm so sorry. I'm sure he'll never let me forget it. Oh, that's all right. So back to this. All right. So how old was I when I first started painting? I was 20 years old. I was living here in Sacramento, and at the time, I had, had this background. I'd always done art. I was into dance. I was also, into playing music growing up. But it really wasn't until I was 20 and I started really struggling. I thought, what's something that I can put to work that will help me not only provide for myself, but provide for my soul, really. And that was painting. So I started teaching myself how to paint when I was 20 years old, and here I am today, blessed to still be doing it. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you, Sebastian. Hope all is well with you and your family, and please tell them I said hello as well. So Haley asked, am I the one that went on tour with Kiss? Yes, I was the opening act last year with the band Kiss. Those of you that are younger, Kiss is a legendary rock and roll band. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I was the opening act last year. I was painting much faster though, so I know on these live sessions I'm taking my time, but I had a 30-minute 3-painting opening set. I got to travel with them all around the world. It was amazing. So they asked, am I self-taught or did I learn from someone? I would say for the most part, I'm self-taught. There are other skills that I learned from my high school animation teacher about figure drawing and a lot of other very important basics when it comes to art. But with this style, it was definitely self-taught for sure. So what's my favorite genre art? As much as I love pop art, I also love Impressionism. I love that artists can take these globs of paint and make us believe that they're objects, that they're, you know, something of existence in this world. And really when you go up close, it's just splattered and splashed paint. So yeah, I love. So someone asked, do I still do animation? I don't, but I really wish I had time to do projects like that. So do I have any stories from a celebrity that saw me paint? Yes. So there was one time, and I'll share this because enough time has passed, but I had the opportunity to perform at a surprise birthday party for Puff Daddy, for Diddy, Love, whatever name he goes by now. And I had like maybe 12 hours notice. We were in New York City doing some other projects, and you know, after I performed for him, you know, it was a huge surprise. And I remember he just came over to me just like super humble, super nice. And this is the coolest thing is the next day it was in TMZ. That was my first time in TMZ, and it wasn't for anything bad. So happy about that. Also, another time I performed at the Playboy Mansion. Hugh Hefner was there, and got to perform for him as well. Oh, so many, a lot of different stories, but we'll save some more for later. Ooh, so someone asked, is this Buffalo Soldier Bob Marley? You'll have to stay tuned. You'll have to see. I can't give away too much right away. But as you can see, I'm not really using many skin tones. I'm using different colors just to break up the face, the image, to give structure to his face. Will I teach my children this? I will teach them if they want to learn, but it's definitely not something that I'm gonna force on them to want to learn. But if they express interest in art in general, I mean, I could definitely help them. But my kids are extremely talented at musical theater, gymnastics. They've got a lot of other really cool things going on. I'm super proud of them either way. So how long did it take me to paint my first painting in the current style? I would say the first painting took maybe 15, 20 minutes, but it didn't look that good. And the goal was to get it down to 5. So it took a while. I would say it probably took about 3 months to get it down to the 6 to 7 minute mark. Yes, so someone asked, did I perform? Was I the opener for KISS when they were in Toronto? Yes, I was the opener for all their dates in 2019 on their End of the Road tour. All right, let's come to life. Again, so those of you getting into this style of painting, the best thing I could recommend for you to do to break down the time that you're actually creating on stage to make it an entertaining experience for your audience is take your image and break it down. Take out as much information as you can that leaves the most information behind that shows who this person is. So start to pull out those characteristics of the person that stand out, that say the most of who they are without having to paint everything that's in that original image. So what's my favorite painting? Man. I've answered this a lot, but I always feel like it's my next painting. My next image is always my favorite one. By the way, my paint is like drying up. So look at this. This is what happens when I leave paint lying around. This is just a messy job. What was the question? What's the longest painting I've ever done? I've spent weeks on painting. So when I first started painting, when I wasn't doing performances, I would consider myself like a fine artist, and I would spend a lot of time in my studio, and I would spend weeks on creating artwork. So I'm gonna, as the paint dries, I'm gonna keep going back over those colors with other colors that I feel like will better define this image. Again, this is not about perfection. This is just about capturing the essence of this person. Well, someone asked, how old are my kids? They are 7 and 9, and they are here today. I was actually putting them to work. My daughter opened up all of my cans of paint, and I traded her gum. So now I owe her 18 sticks of gum for the cans that she opened. Oh, did she? I'm sure she did. You guys can come closer too, as if they're walking up here. You're walking, you know, we're all here in the studio, hanging out. I'm gonna add some more. Take a look at what's happening here. I'm gonna add some skin tones right there. Sometimes it does feel like a big mess. But again, as I add these layers, and as it dries, I'm gonna define it more and more. Don't think that your first pass on the image is your last pass. Let the paint dry, go back to it. Fix it up if you need to. If it takes time, that's okay. If it happens in the moment, that's even better. So I'm gonna start with some natural colors of his dreads. So do I have any tips on being a better artist? My best recommendation is to always practice. Like, you know, I took a little bit of a break from painting in here, but I'm usually painting almost every day, even if it's for extra projects. But, you know, you become better when you become more observant. And the more you can step back and be critical of your own work, the more you can learn and grow from those experiences. Yeah, so someone said, am I painting off a picture reference? I studied the image earlier. I'm familiar with his face makeup, but I don't have a picture of him nearby, which sometimes I wish I did. Not to lie. I'm kind of just feeling it out. Like, what would the texture of dreadlocks feel like? And I feel like I'm following along with that. If I were to, you know, twist the dread or actually feel it with my hand, I feel like I'm painting in that manner. So how do I prepare for performance painting? A lot of it is, you know, a lot of preparation. So first is finding the image, studying it before you even paint it and practice it, finding music that's gonna bring it to life. And then when you combine those and rehearse over and over again, and let me stress this, if you're gonna perform a painting, you're now a performer. And every performer will tell you that you have to rehearse. You don't get excused because you're a painter. You're like, oh, I only do it once, that's it. That's awesome. But if someone has an expectation to be entertained, give them a great show and go rehearse. All right, back to this. So what are your plans? Let me ask you guys, what are your plans for 4th of July weekend? If you're in the US, if you're anywhere else, what are your plans this weekend? So when I mess up, which is often, follow me over here. I'm gonna wash my hands. So when I mess up, which is often, I just keep going. I keep painting over the image. And I just kind of keep going until I can't do any more. And at that point, I just have to accept what it's become. Either way, I appreciate you guys joining me for these Art Life Live sessions. We've been doing these since the middle of March. And so how many hours do I spend on an average rehearsal? When I first started, I used to spend per painting maybe, I don't know, 8 hours per painting to get it down, sometimes more. Sometimes it would take 16 or 24 hours, and I would just keep going until I felt comfortable. And now, because I'm 17 years into it, I don't rehearse as much, but when I do, it just depends on the complexity of the portrait. So my rehearsal time can vary based on the complexity. By the way, thank you, Chadi, for coming in here and recording with your allergies. All right, let's give him his eyes some life. Let me go over here and get a small brush. I'm gonna actually use, I love to start the white of the eyes with gray and then build on top of that, because even in the white of the eyes, there's still shadows from the folds on the eye. I don't know the official name for those folds, but they're still, they're still covered. So I'm gonna add some gray. Yep. I'm gonna actually make his eye. I'm gonna add some green first, and then we're gonna come back with a more natural brown. His eye color, and again, you can see this all later on. When you come up close to it, before we finish, I'm gonna add a little light blue in there. All right, let's get some larger brushes. Let's start defining the outside, his silhouette. And let's start with some blue. So when I'm doing this, I'm considering the texture of his dreads, and I'm also going to come back and define this texture, but I need to give myself a point of reference of the texture as I'm creating it. So someone asked, do I have a favorite paintbrush? I would say it's these. So these you can actually find in my Amazon art supply store. There's a link in my bio, and these are just flat, squared off synthetic brushes. There's really nothing, they're very affordable as well, but I love them because I get the bounce on the canvas that I need, which I love. I need a bounce on my canvas. All right, let's go over here. Let's get some pink. So this is a summer vibe. If you guys are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, you can hear the music. We've got like a summer vibe reggae soundtrack. I was downloading it earlier. I hope you're enjoying it. Just going wild with the colors. There is no rule here. So Bob Marley has one of those iconic faces that if you were to just see it in black and white, to me, that's a great theory to know that I can paint this in any color as well. There's some other faces that you've got to use skin tone references to really see who they are. Bob Marley's iconic and does not need that much help. He just is. He's just that thing. So someone said it looks like Steven Tyler. Interesting. What are some other guesses that if you didn't know who it was, who else would you think it is? Let me know in the comments. Just grabbing some yellow paint now over here. I got this new lighting in here, so I'm trying to adjust my eyes to the colors of the paints. Oh yeah, so someone just asked, do I set the lights in a mood in my studio? Do I set the lights to set a mood in the studio? And yes and no. Yes, I need to be in a vibe, but also, I love to share this in an entertaining way. And so I love the way that it looks and appears on camera. But I need to be in a vibe for sure. For sure. Oh, what's that? Yes. 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 We just got a Bob Marley joke. You guys couldn't hear it, but we just got a Bob Marley joke. Thank you for sharing that. Who is that? T from London. Appreciate the jokes. So I don't always choose the exact right one, and it's not always about doing that. I think two things need to apply. First and foremost is, do you enjoy creating? And I ask myself, will I enjoy the music? Will I enjoy the portrait when it's done? So as long as it follows that, actually passes that test, then yes, I'll create it. The other thing is, who's in the audience? Because I do want to entertain them. So it has to be the mixture of what do I enjoy and what will entertain them as well. I love how free I can be with this particular painting. Real quick, I want to share a story with you. So 17 years ago, I had just started painting here in Sacramento, and one of my first performances was in this underground breakdancing competition in Sacramento. It was like on K Street at a dance studio. I think it was a dance studio. Who knows what it was? But either way, I was there. I was excited to perform. And when I was there, I ran into an old friend. Now, this friend was a world-renowned breakdancer, b-boy. He went by the name, wow, what was your breakdancing name? Karma. He went by the name B-Boy Karma. He actually taught my friends and I in our dance group some breakdancing moves when we were in high school. We reconnected 17 years ago in this underground b-boy competition. He had a camera, and I said, hey, what's up, Chad, B-Boy Karma? And he had just gotten back from film school in Seattle. And so we connected, and that was the first time I think we filmed together. And we've been filming together. He's been filming me performing and painting ever since then, 17 years ago. His name is Chad Ross. He's become one of my dearest friends. I love him. He's here in the studio. I'm gonna bring him on later so you guys can see him and say hello. But he's definitely, one of those real ones that have been in my life. He's seen my progression, my growth. And likewise, I've been able to work with him and see his progression and growth along the way. But we are working on another project after this live stream that you'll see probably on Monday. So I can't wait to share that with you. So I'm coming back in here. Now that I have some paint that's dry, I know where some of the highlights are, and I want to make sure that those highlights stand out. So I'm going to go over this one more time. You can come closer if you want to show them. But again, I share this process with you, and I tell you this because I don't want you to give up when it doesn't feel like it's perfect to you. I want you to keep pressing on. I want you to add more paint. I want you to let it dry and come back to it. It's a process. It's going to take time, and just don't give up on yourself. That's really the best advice I can give you, at least right now in the moments of with this style and whatever you're creating. I'm gonna get some black. We're gonna add some more texture. Add some texture to his dreads. Just those little hairs that are dancing off his head. Define the end of the dreads as well. Again, the way that I create that texture, everyone does it different. But the way that I do it is I imagine there's a dread here, and I'm grabbing it after I ask his permission, and I'm just twisting it. I'm actually feeling it, and I let the paint create that texture for me. So we'll go to this other side over here. Bob Marley has the most iconic dreads. And by the way, if you ever get a chance, I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know enough about it. I know very little, but if you ever look at the history of dreadlocks and Rastafari, it's a very inspiring just story about how it all started, and also the story behind why people grow their dreads and why they exist in this culture. So, do you know what today is? It's Crown Day. Did someone just let me know? Okay.
Anybody, especially the black community, that
Okay.
to let their hair grow
Oh, really?
Grow naturally.
Wow. So today's Crown Day,
Yeah.
where what is it?
Supposed to wear your hair naturally.
Supposed to wear your hair natural. So that's even better. All right. I'm gonna actually go back and define some of the light coming through on his dreads, so you can see that. No, I was just feeling the vibe today. So every day I come in here before we do lives, I usually don't know what I'm going to do. And I think about what is happening in the world and what story can I tell that will help connect life with art. That's why we call this Art Life Live. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes, there's magic. Sometimes I just am painting and it's fun. And it doesn't really, it's not like a super magical moment, but I still try my best to connect life with art. That's why we call this Art Life Live. So TikTok wants to know, am I in my house? No, this is my studio. We're in the Broadway district of Sacramento. All right, let's throw some paint. I'm gonna mix some water with some paint. I'm gonna throw the black paint to break up all the color that's on the surface. We're gonna give you guys a closer look. Let's define this mustache a little bit more. His beard. Let's get some more water. Let's get some pink. All right, let's give this one, I think I'm all done. Let's give this one last handprint. All right, take one last look at this Bob Marley painting, but also, I just wanted to change the vibe as we go into 4th of July weekend, into the summer. We're gonna have a lot more social movements happening this summer that we're gonna support, but for now, I just need you guys to relax. I need you to take in the vibe and take one last look at this Bob Marley. As you're taking one last look at this painting, if you ever want to support, and if you ever can support these live sessions, visit garibaldiarts.com/shop. We have prints available in there. Also, if you want to get alerts and also be entered to win a painting, you can text Art Life to 58885. And we do these live streams 3 days a week, as much as we can, mostly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So take one last look before we head back to wrap things up. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right, so I was just saying the inspiration behind this, and also that I wanted to challenge it. Like, how can I still create an iconic image without using any skin tone and just using multiple colors? So Real quick, all right, thank you for letting us know. By the way, if there's ever any technical issues, we're not too shy to fix them, so let us know. Don't be shy. Can we scroll up? So someone said it looks like President Obama with dreads. I could see that. I think President Obama would look great with dreads. That's awesome. So I'm reading the comments on Facebook. Those of you that were commenting earlier, I want to get back to you right now. Gil Boyer said another masterpiece. Thank you very much. Amanda Bradford, hey, happy 4th of July to you as well. So Linda Mills said, sign and sell your empty paint cans. So funny that you say that, because I've been saving the paint can lids. So it's the lid of the gallon or the quart, and it's got color on it. I've got this huge stack. I've been telling Ray, he's been coming in and helping us. I'm like, hey man, he's like, what do I do with all these paint can lids? I'm like, just throw them in the back, man. I don't know, maybe we should give them away. Maybe we should sign them and give them away. If you're still joining me here on Facebook, let's do this. There's a share option on Facebook. If you hit the share right now or at any time during this broadcast, whether it was now or within the next 24 hours, I will pick 2 winners to send you a signed paint can lid. I've been saving them. I think it's time to get rid of them. So let's read some more comments over here. So Joan said, from Sacramento, but watching you from our cabin in Sierras. That sounds beautiful right now. Linda Mills asked, what's your inspiration when you decide what to paint on canvas? Today I needed a challenge. Other days I think about what would be entertaining for my audience, but also what would help tell a story of where we are right now and how can I use art to connect life. So that's kind of the things that I go through. And also Linda is in Dayton, Ohio. Shout out to you. God, my hand looks gross. I just realized that is disgusting. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like a weird green. It's not even like a bright green. It's just like a zombie green. All right. Let's go back over here. We're still live right now on Instagram and TikTok as well. Oh, so Ashley Pisa on YouTube. Hello to you. Oh, that's more gross green stuff. I'm sorry about that. We'll do this. Also, greetings back to New Jersey, Ashley Pisa.
They want you to read your TikTok comments.
So you want me to read? So I don't have the comments in front of me, but why don't we take it off and I'll.
They're getting upset. They say, I love your TikToks. Read your TikTok comments.
Oh yes. So actually, I will read the comments on my TikTok. There's a lot of comments on there, and I'm so blessed. So my Facebook is Garibaldi Arts. I am Garibaldi Arts on everything. Can't miss me. I'm there. I'm everywhere. Hello to my mom as well, Margie. She's on Facebook. So yeah, those of you that want to watch this stream, we're going to be back on Monday. We're going to be back on Monday with another live stream. And if you get a chance, definitely tune in to either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or Periscope for the better experience. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys joining us on TikTok and Instagram over here. Well, I think it's time for us to get to our 4th of July weekend here in the U.S., wherever you are in the world. We did come out with this new print. If you're still watching. It's called Liberty Color. It's only available for 24 hours. So once it's gone tomorrow morning, that's it. It's done. We are only shipping in the U.S. And the inspiration behind that, I posted on my Instagram just the other day with this quote, that we live in the same country but a different America, and that's okay. That is the beauty of this place that we celebrate and also get frustrated with at the same time. And so as we go into this weekend, I wanted to offer something to hopefully give you a daily reminder or inspiration of what you are living for in this country, what you are fighting for, or what you hope others can get out of this American experience. So with that said, my name is David Garibaldi, and thank you so much for watching Art Life Live. Peace.